Hi, this is Coach Ranchod. Today we're going to be answering your questions. My name is Coach Ranchod. I'm an immigration attorney. I've been practicing for over 23 years. So first, I want to talk about some updates of what is going on. So one thing that you should be aware of is the H1B registration will be open on March 7th to March 24th. It's really important that your employer is getting ready to do the registration process. If you are going to apply for an H1B, the job needs to be in a specialty occupation. It needs to require specialized knowledge, typically a bachelor's degree or equivalent experience. So an example of those types of typical positions that would qualify would be a software engineer or an architect. So that is coming up. If you are wanting to proceed with that process, you should be looking for a job now, or if you're an employer, you should be interviewing candidates right now to get ready for that process. Another update was there was a memo leaked by USCIS and social media. It was talking about the U visas and victims of crimes on there. Some people are worried about, well, is the U visa going to go away? No, that was authorized by Congress. So the U visa can't just be taken away. However, if you have been ordered removed before, you could be possibly put into removal if you have a pending U visa application. So those are some new updates. Now I'm going to just start answering some questions. So we have a question here. Will the I-601 backlog be fixed in 2025? I don't think it will. The Biden administration was not able to fix it. It only got worse. So I don't think Trump has any incentive or wants to try to fix the problem. So I don't see it getting better. I only see it getting worse. What year and month processing the U visa, please? We recently got an approval for the U visa in January 2017. We have seen it. It is inching. It is moving along. It's not at a standstill. So that's good news. I also want to talk about one of the biggest mistakes I'm seeing with J-1 waivers, and that is just the timing. And I think that's because it's not intuitive that J-1 exceptional hardship waivers are taking so long. So it's taking anywhere from 19 and a half months to 2 years. And I'm seeing a lot of people coming in where their status expired or having consultations with me where their status expires after a year and a half. And so it really requires a lot of planning and making sure that you apply early as you can, so you don't have to be out of status while you're waiting for your waiver application, or you don't have to leave the United States. What are my alternatives if I'm unable to do the J-1 waiver? In that situation, you could look at the O-1 visa. If you do qualify, that is a visa where you have to have exceptional ability, or F1 student visa. You cannot change status if you're subject to the 2-year home residency requirement, but you could go back to your home country, get the visa stamp in your home country, and then come back to the US. The J-1 visa is expiring June 2026. How soon do you apply? So the answer is yesterday or now, because you want to walk back or you want to count 2 years from now. So right now it's January 2025. So I would allow about 2 years. So that'd be January 2027. So you want to try to apply for your J-1 waiver as soon as possible, because right now there could already be a gap. So in that situation, you'd have to look at how you're going to solve that gap, or leave the United States and wait the remaining time outside the United States if your J-1 waiver is not approved. This is the longest that we have seen J-1 waivers take. At one point in time, believe it or not, we were getting them approved in around 6 months. Are you saying that J-1 waivers are processing 2 years? Does that depend on the country? So let's clarify. This is specifically for exceptional hardship waivers. So this doesn't apply to no objection waivers, which are much faster. This also applies to persecution waivers. It can range anywhere from 1.5 years to 2 years, but I would allow 2 years. And in this specific situation, it doesn't really matter what country you are from unless you have US government funding. If you have US government funding, then they may ask for sponsor views, and that could increase the amount of time that it takes for the government to make a decision. If you've been in removal proceedings before and you have a pending U visa application, there is a possibility that you could still be put into removal. So before the policy, we didn't see USCIS normally do that. And with this administration, that could be a possibility, and we'll have to see if that does happen. And this is specifically with U visas. you're currently working on a J-1 visa as a teacher. We do many J-1 waivers for teachers. When you guys are doing such great work, there's a shortage of teachers in the US, so we need you. Our children need you. Your wife just had a baby. Congratulations! And you're planning to file an exceptional hardship waiver. Contract is going to end July 2027. Let's see, that's about 2.5 years from now. So now is a good time to start planning. Keep in mind that it's going to take your lawyer some time to prepare the application. It's also going to take you some time to gather all the documentation. And keep in mind that we've also seen applications increase in processing time. So it would behoove you to file sooner rather than later, because we have not seen applications decrease with J-1 waivers. We've only seen them increase within the last few years. So that's another point to take into consideration as well. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us at 916-613-3553. You can also email us at info@ranchodlaw.com. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day, and we will see you soon. Bye now.